Look, we're facing the ultimate 2026 golden dilemma right now. How exactly do you preserve your wealth when economic uncertainty just seems to be the new normal? It's absolutely crucial for your financial future, so let's break it down. Let me challenge you right off the bat here. Think about your portfolio for a second. If you invest in digital gold, do you actually own it? Or is that ownership just a really convincing illusion?
Okay, let's dive into this. We are essentially standing at a fork in the road for wealth preservation. On one hand, we've got the ultra-modern, frictionless convenience of digital paper. That's your gold ETFs. And on the other hand, we have the ancient, undeniable, heavy reality of tangible metal, physical gold.
Now, there's a massive appeal here if you just want market exposure without the heavy lifting. I mean, think about the extremely low costs of entry. You've got funds like SGOL charging an expense ratio of just 0.17%, and even the massive SPDR GLD sits at just 0.40%. You are literally bypassing those hefty dealer premiums completely.
And the seamless nature of these ETFs? It's incredibly attractive. You're looking at absolutely no making charges and zero storage costs. Plus, you get fantastic liquidity during market hours, and you can effortlessly set up systematic investment plans. You never, ever have to worry about renting vault space.
But we need to pull back the curtain for a second and consider this stark reality. There is simply not enough physical gold in the world to back each and every certificate out there. When you buy an ETF, what you actually own is a certificate of exposure. It functions a lot like fiat currency, meaning you are taking on the counterparty risk of the institution that issued it. And honestly, history gives us some pretty harsh warnings about this. Just think back to when mass liquidations drove an Asian copper ETF straight to zero, simply because there were more sellers than underlying metal. Remember when the famous Neil Woodford fund completely froze up when too many investors panicked and wanted out? You add in modern cyber theft threats, and well, that digital shortcut suddenly reveals some pretty heavy hidden costs. Now let's talk about what true ownership actually feels like. We're talking about pure decentralization. When you hold a 0.995 purity physical bar in the palm of your hand, you rely on absolutely no one else. No institution can freeze it, no hacker can steal it digitally, and nobody can go bust on it. It is entirely yours.
But as you might guess, absolute ownership doesn't exactly come for free. Holding physical gold means you're going to pay dealer premiums right off the top, well over the spot price. It also demands mandatory bank locker or secure vault fees, you've got to pay for insurance, and of course there's the ever-present real-world risk of physical theft.
Now, what's really interesting here is a major taxation nuance to consider, especially in markets like India. Just think about the timeline difference. Gold ETFs actually hit long-term capital gain status, which is taxed at 12.5% after just 12 months. But if you're holding physical gold, it takes a full 24 months to unlock that exact same tax benefit. That's a whole extra year your money is tied up waiting for tax efficiency. So it's time to actually make a strategic allocation. The crucial takeaway here is this ultimate trade-off. Basically, you're either paying the price of a shortcut, which means accepting counterparty and systemic risk with an ETF, or you're paying the price of tangibility, covering those dealer premiums and ongoing storage fees for physical gold. I'll leave you with this final thought. What price do you genuinely put on security? As we navigate 2026, will you choose the digital convenience of a certificate, or are you going to choose the undeniable weight of true wealth? Analyze your risks, understand the real costs, and invest wisely.